I'll show up when your life's too rough.
Happy Sunday. It is my favorite day of the week. Well, it's recently become my favorite day of the week. It's always been my favorite day of the week because it's just a day where I try to relax and get situated. And today I'm going to take you along to my farmer's market shopping. We have a local farmer's market in walking distance, and there's some staple items I like to buy. It's a little bit more zero waste. I'm supporting local farmers. It's all organic and fresh. Follow along. Before we leave, I have some staples I bring with me. So this is a cotton bag that expands quite large, and it usually fits up to 20 pounds. I also have last week's egg crate, so I'm bringing this back to the vendor in case she needs to reuse it or recycle it. You can also compost this. And this, because it's gonna be up to 80 degrees today in LA, I'm bringing a thermal thing in case I get fish, pate, or anything that needs to remain cold, which is also my nut cheese. And we can't forget some cash because a lot of the vendors have a minimum before using a credit card, and also there's a lot of credit card fees, and while we're supporting small businesses, cash is always better. Eat it today, but this is where we get our honey.
Been alone before, but never with you. Your mind is not where your heart is.
So the bread we just bought is all like hand milled. He brought over his own culture, and like, I think it's culture, is that the right word? But basically the yeast, and it's like the best bread ever. Ooh, cucumbers.
It's a different kind of sad, 'cause we got no more if only, and we stopped feeling bad. It's a different kind of sadness, it's a different kind of fear. Now we're stuck in this weightless, and the end is getting near.
This is the best plant-based cheese I've ever had. So good.
Yeah, I feel sometimes that happens. Also,
so good.
Yeah, just like
I will eat it by the spoonful. So as a little treat for being good most of the week, although we weren't that great this week on our diet, we always treat ourselves to a breakfast brunch at the market, supporting local businesses, and also it's fresh and delicious. How is it? That took you a second.
Spectacular.
Oh, and we brought our own water. My turn.
That's a little bit spicy of the sauce, but it's worth it.
The sauce?
Yeah. It's like their homemade chipotle.
Oh. Well, you know, if you can do it, I can usually do it, right?
Yeah, yeah. But the flavor is really good.
Mmm. This is really good.
Mm-hmm.
There's mushrooms, spinach, onion. There's sausage. I don't eat meat during the week, but I ate a lot of fish, so we're gonna actually buy me some salmon from the local fishmonger. Is that what you say?
Monger, I think.
Because that salmon is delicious. And it lasted 3 servings.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little over a pound. Wild caught.
Good stuff.
So this is everything that we got from the farmer's market today. I got a bunch of kale, and I love getting kale because it's organic, it's fresh, and it's local. What I do when I get home is I wash it with mainly, I let it soak in water and vinegar, and then I rinse it all out, and then I prep it for the week by eliminating this middle part because that's the bitter part of kale. I chop it up and I put it in a bowl with a cloth over it. So that makes it easy to cook up, fry up, bake, or just throw into a salad. And then we got some Japanese cucumbers. These are great to throw into a salad or use as kind of little dipping chips. We've got some avocados that are probably gonna be ripe by tomorrow. This is just delicious. We tried it. This is the vanilla culture cashew yogurt, and she also has an unsweetened one. And then this is the pate or the foie gras that we get for the week. And we also have this sriracha cheddar cultured cashew cheese. Last week I got, or 2 weeks ago, I got the black garlic, and that is just so good. This stuff I will eat by the spoonfuls. And then we have some bread. This is the only bread I eat, and Chris actually eats a lot of it too. So it's homemade, it's fresh. We got a pound of salmon. So the only plastic that I purchased was this, because the salmon comes like this, and you know, I don't know how to not get it with this. And then this bag of ice. So next time I need to just say, oh, don't worry about it, I've got my own bag, which I was able to do with all this, but I just get nervous about the salmon leaking all over the other food, which actually is fine, I could just wash it. That's what we got at our local farmer's market, and we're gonna head over to a farmer's market 2 miles away to drop off our compost.
You on the other side.
I wasn't really able to vlog because Chris always has to kind of drop me off because there's no parking, and I run out with the compost and I weigh it. We had about 2 pounds this week. Into the bins and rip up the compostable paper. Actually, the guy was really nice and he helped me do it. I jumped back in the car. So I got a little clip of where the compost bin is. It's at the end of the farmer's market at Water Village, and that's the closest one to us. We're gonna get a bucket now because those compost bins were, you know, they add up. Not super expensive, but it really did help us get used to composting in the beginning. And now that we know kind of how to do it, we're gonna probably get a little compost bin for the patio and maybe do once a month instead of having to come every week. Pounds, babe. That's like 2 pounds of waste that we're able to turn back into soil and help somebody use it for their garden or whatever, versus 2 pounds going to the
waste. Landfill.
Again, we're not completely plastic free. We're not completely like single use free. We don't make it a big deal if somebody gives us a plastic fork to eat out of. I
secretly curse at them all day long.
we're trying to be better where we can, and we are making baby steps. I think the biggest thing to remember about anything that you want to change is that do something that's realistic and master that first, and make that a habit and normal, because it took us a little bit of time to get used to using non-disposable straws and minimizing our paper towel use and making our own cleaning supplies or using the concentrates. Now normal to us versus going and buying a bottle of Windex or the Clorox wipes. We used to go through that a lot for the countertops, for the bathroom, and we don't buy those anymore. It's not about throwing it all away either. We definitely used that stuff up and transitioned into reusables, toxic-free concentrates. And if the concentrates are expensive, by the way, vinegar, baking soda, essential oils, and distilled water
Works wonders.
It's really all you need. And if you have a lemon tree or you have a friend with lemons, there's always a friend with lemons. I always feel like there's always a friend with lemons. That makes a great scrub with some salt. I also have a couple cleaning things that I share with you guys on this channel from like a year or 2 ago. So I'll try and remember to link that. But if you'd like to see an updated cleaning video, I can share with you some of the things that we use. Castile soap, that's something that you might want in your cleaning arsenal as well, but you don't have to have that. Most everything can be done with baking soda, vinegar, distilled water, and essential oils, and some lemons. Right, honey? How do you feel about my zero waste movement?
Cheaper in the long run.
Now we're headed to our friend's birthday afternoon. We're gonna go roller skating. I haven't been roller skating since probably I was 12 or 13, and I'm probably gonna eat it a ton. Are you gonna try?
Yeah.
You are?
Oh yeah. Please. I'll be out there like a...
Have you ever seen Dax and Kristen roller skate?
I haven't, but I imagine...
They're like really good.
Yeah, like... I grew up in roller rinks, like...
I didn't.
Child of the 80s and 90s, man. Like...
I was a child of the 90s and late 80s, but I liked rollerblading. Roller skating is harder than rollerblading.
Yeah, rollerblading came later. They're dancing like it's Soul Train on my skates.
I really scared. There's a lot of kids and I don't want to take any of them down on accident.
It's a different kind of sad.
So here's what we picked up this week at Whole Foods. We get the pasture-raised Vital Farm eggs if we don't get them at the farmer's market, and then I save the rubber bands because there's always a use for rubber bands around the house. So Vital Farms is a great, affordable, pasture-raised egg company that you can support if you're curious. They are all free-range, outdoor year-round, and grass-fed under open skies. And then we got some rainbow trout, some garlic, and a tip is to not use those little plastic baggies. Some places actually have compostable plastic baggies, but I just don't take one just in case, and they can just weigh these on their own or ring you up without that. So I just got 2 of those, and then I got some broccoli, and of course we'll save the rubber band for another purpose or use. He just tried to jump on the couch and fell so hard. Are you okay, Cooper? And we got some strawberries. Unfortunately, at the farmer's market and at the grocery store, it comes with this plastic little thing. If I had a kid, I would make an Easter basket for this or do like an arts and craft thing. But, you know, there's a little plastic waste there. And then we get Zevia for a treat during the week. This is stevia made Dr. Zevia. Tastes pretty good, and I try to cut these up, the plastic, and then the aluminum cans we recycle. And then this, the strawberries were in, so I will just reuse this to like ripen avocados or whatevs, and you can also rip this up and compost it. So that completes our weekly grocery run. We will obviously be running out of food throughout the week and pick up as we need. This helps us eliminate waste, wasted food specifically, because Chris and I were having a lot of trouble like mapping out how much produce to buy, and it's just better to buy less and have to go to the store a couple times. We live in an area where it's relatively easy now for us to just walk to the store if we have to get anything for any recipes or anything we need to eat, and it's worked out better for us this way, and we eat fresher, wholer foods, which also helps with our health and overall wellness. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd appreciate if you do so and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Check out our last video, which is me talking about certain things to help us eliminate waste within our home. Again, Chris and I are not perfect. We are not zero waste. We're just trying to be more mindful and do what we can whenever we can, but still living a on-the-go lifestyle. And I hope you guys enjoy this channel. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Please be kind to each other. Please be kind to yourself. And I will see you guys in our next video. Bye.
'Cause we got no more if only, and we stopped feeling bad. So we're moving on. Yeah, we're